this works this time. Hello, hello. Hi, guys. Who is all up in here? Happy Saturday. Sorry it's taken me so long. I've had some technical issues. That happens a lot around here. Hello, everybody. Leslie and Kevin and Karen always here. It's 12:12. I just looked up. It was 12:13. Hello. Yay, you're doing awesome, Kevin. That's wonderful to hear. Haven't seen you in days. Do you get my message? He says, life has been throwing shit at me and I've been throwing it back. Good for you. Good for you. You guys are awesome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging in there while I had to restart everything. It seems like all my latest feeds have kind of needed to do that. Yeah, throw it back. Yeah, I was like, okay, I've been in my own little tidal wave these last few days, and yesterday, 12:13 people. It was just 12:12 and 12:13 in a row. Isn't that weird? So strange. Yeah. 12. It was just 12:13:33 when I looked up. I've been seeing so many threes, so many threes, so many numbers at very, very specific times. That's the thing too. You guys have to remember about numbers. It's not just numbers. It's numbers when you're doing certain things, when you're talking about certain things. You know what I mean? We gotta plan something seriously. Yeah, I'm into it. I love birthdays. I think birthdays are amazing. I don't understand people who don't like birthdays, because seems pretty obvious to me. But if you're not having birthdays, then you're dead. So, you know, what's the alternative? I tell people, I hate my birthday. I'm like, so what's the alternative to a birthday? A funeral? Like, what the? I don't understand. Like, either you're getting older, you're dying. Can't have it both ways, people. You gotta be on board with this life business and celebrating it. So to me, birthdays are a celebration of your life, of what in whatever moment that happens to be of that past year. The things that happened in that year, what you're looking forward to in the next year. So anyway, yeah, I'm into birthdays. So, I missed your face too. We have to, I'm going to be planning, I keep saying I'm going to be planning. Time is moving so quickly. Yeah. I mean, funerals are a celebration too. I really, I mean, I don't know. What do I want to talk about? I don't want to talk about funerals. I don't have a problem with death. Death is a topic all its own. We should just, throw out topics to discuss and just start throwing them on the calendar and making it happen. Because this is something that came to me, not to skip around too much, you guys, but this is something that came to me today when I was just like, what the fuck with time? Ah! Damn it. Just sitting here literally like having a little fit just in my head. And with my guides, just complaining the shit out of my morning. Just like, are you kidding me? Like, I didn't do the dishes. I didn't take a shower. I didn't do the clothes. I didn't water the plants. I didn't get on thing to look for work. I didn't update the website. I just went through this laundry list. I can keep going of all the didn'ts that I didn't do this morning. I'm just sitting here going, I didn't respond to Karen's beautiful comment. I just kept going and going. And they're just like, just let us know when you're done. I'm like, I'm not done. What? With time. Like, I can't. It's driving me insane. I can't get ahead. And then immediately it hits me. Is this one of my blocks that it's just like I'm fearful that I know you people can relate to me, and you people don't go live on YouTube and have a schedule to keep to, even if there is one person waiting. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but is this my block? Like, I can't even manage this, let alone like, oh yeah, Infinity's explosion all over the planet. And I'm like, how the fuck am I supposed to manage that? I can't even do the dishes or put away the clothes and change before I'm supposed to go live, and I'm supposed to like take the, I don't know. Like, and they're just like, you see? And I'm like, no. Where's my lesson, people? Give me my lesson. Like, I'm observing myself. Yeah, I'm fully in observance of myself. I was chilled out. I stayed in bed longer. It was freezing in here this morning. I live in the mountains, in case people don't know. It was so cold in here. I didn't realize somehow the bathroom door was swung all the way open, which blocked all the heat from the oven coming forward all the way over here. And I have this little thing, this little heater, but I don't keep it on all night because it's right up against here. It's like, I can't with that. And plus, I don't like it super hot when I sleep. You shouldn't have it really warm when you sleep. It's not good for you. Excuse me, you should have it colder when you sleep and have blankets on you, but you don't want to wake up in freaking 30s either. Like, cats are all like, I've got every animal. The bird came down, I left him up last night because I thought maybe he'd like to stay up there last night. I don't know. Normally I put him to sleep, but I didn't. He woke up I can't remember what time. Anyway, I snuggled with him for a good long time this morning. But anyway, it was so, when it's so cold and you're like, I'm not getting up out of here. It was cold. And I was just like, I can't. And then finally I realized why. I didn't get the heat coming forward. But anyway, I'm having this little fit about time. And I'm just like, maybe I just need to move it and make it later. Maybe 12 is just too early for me. I don't know. Like, I'm trying my best here, but I can't seem to, it's hard for me. And then all of a sudden, you guys, these little golden nuggets, this is why you guys stick around. It was the message, and I don't even know who was talking to me. So a lot of times it's very collective, the guides. They're very collective. It's like collective message. You know that time is faster. You're the one who teaches people this. And hey there. Hi, Luna. Haven't seen you in forever. We were just talking about you. Okay, I'm not getting distracted. I'll be right with you. But I'm digging your mirrored timestamp there. That's awesome. 12:21. Welcome, welcome. 12:21, 27 seconds. 9:44 into the feed. 6 people here. 3 likes. Thank you guys for being here. Okay, so the guides, they were like, look, you know, time is sped up. You know that you're the one who tells people this. You're the one who teaches people that we don't have a 24-hour day, that we have a 18 to 9.5-hour day, depending on where we are in the month, what's going on with our portals and such. Speaking of Birdie. And yet, your biggest problem is time. And I'm like, yeah, it's everybody's biggest problem. Next to money, it's time. It's time and money, seems like. And I don't know, you guys. It was like so many little things clicked that they were showing me. This is how it works. It was like click, 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 click. All these different little visions and messages. The message from Metatron about prioritizing, and all the messages constantly from Raziel about spiritual insight and clairvoyance and claircognizance, patience, the messages about slowing it down, manifesting. It was kind of like this, you guys. Let me cut to the chase here real quick. Raise your hand if you have a problem with time getting away from you. I mean, the only people that wouldn't are people who you know, and not in a judgmental kind of way, but people who are not really doing anything. Days drag on if you don't have stuff to get done, if you're not in a passionate place, and you're just literally waiting to die in some way, shape, or form. You're wasting time. You're killing time. You're looking for ways to fill time. If you say you're bored, then this is not going to apply to you. If you just go, oh my God, with time, it's because there's so much that you want to get done. And so many things, plus ascension and numbers and people and issues and who knows what coming at you on top of the stuff that you already want to do. And you just go, time over and over again. Raise your hand if this is, if you can relate to this. So, and I think that's a lot of you. I really, truly do. I don't know what's happening with my light here. Let's see if it'll, there we go. Sometimes it's like, sorry about the light, guys. Sounds like your morning. My quirkiness. Oh, thanks. I will subscribe, Luna. I will. Karen says yes. Me. Leslie says me. Yeah. So most people can relate to this, and so the message was kind of like, okay, so control your time. You have to be like super, like, this is one of the lessons right now that I think that collectively we're all missing. So here I go. And I think I'm going to get more of stuff like this, and maybe in this astral we will. I don't know. But the way that it looked was like, okay, if you understand that we have less time and our messages are always about, and your messages, yourself, Infiniti, BTW, is about being in the now and remembering who you are and controlling your energy and, like I said before, prioritizing feeling into your psychic abilities, your manifesting abilities, your clairvoyance, your claircognizance. And then it was like this voice was like, okay, so now this is what we're trying to say. Like, you need to, in these times especially, get into, and it feels really counterintuitive to the whole flow thing. But we have to get really intentional about how we're spending time. And this is one of the reasons why we're always noticing the numbers in time. But this is a really weird split and break in reality, the way that they're showing it to me. And I know it's weird, I'm talking with my eyes closed, but you guys, I have to right now. So they're showing me this like acknowledgement, awareness, but then also a split in that. Like, on one hand, we understand time, we're figuring it out, we know that what the fuck with time, and we're seeing it move at different speeds. We're noticing the numbers for some of us for the first time. Like Karen just yesterday emailed me about her first 11/11. Awesome. For some of us, it is all day long and complicated, very synchronistic, unbelievable moments that things are going on and numbers are coming and at these times, you know, something to always be aware of. But it's also to keep us ultra aware of the time. And I know for me, I'll be like, oh, numbers with my phone and seeing the time and going, wow, and putting things together. And then at the same time, I go, oh my God, what time is it? And I'm like, how is, there's such this like, and this, they keep showing me this chasm, this like, you have your whole understanding and then there's your brain and there's this like dark space in between that's just not connecting as you're seeing the numbers, as you're paying attention to the numbers. Do you understand? It's kind of like, this has so many reasons for it. The awareness of it, the codes, the messages, the synchronicities, but also being aware of the numbers, being aware of time. See what I mean? And so they just showed me, and they said, you are not the only one. And we know, we see you try to get like organized, to get really intentional about time, to have like some type of schedule. And this is what I was going to say. It may seem really counterintuitive and not so in the flow to be like really regimented about what you're going to do that day and when it's going to happen. excuse me, and to try to keep that as on as possible, because another way that it's being shown to me, it's kind of like we're trying to do our days in this new way of energy flow and time being so odd, and we're really getting into that, especially as we're more in and aware of portals and gates and all this, and how the energy is flowing, and for some of us more than others. But this vision that they're showing me is like literally being this rag doll in the sea and being thrown all over the place, and it being a really hard, it getting more and more difficult to feel like you have any control over time, that it's getting away, that days are really fast, faster, faster, faster. Even if you feel in your day and in your moments like you don't feel this rush, but then next thing you know, time is just so let me see. I gotta drive now. Okay, drive, honey. Be careful. So you guys, the message here is, and maybe we'll get more messages in the astral. I'm not quite sure about that. But another thing that kept coming to me is about the full moon coming up, the messages with the tarot cards that we got last night. And that was a really interesting reading. And that again, the first card that came up last night was renewal. And renewal and awakening, and well, and a lot of other cards at 12:34 here in the Pacific. 22:44 into the feed, you guys. Thank you for being here. Messages, a lot of messages coming lately, you guys. I can barely keep up with the messages that are coming. It's fast and furious, but it's balance. Remember, balance has been a really big one for us. That has been the message in a lot of ways within ourselves, balancing out our energies, getting clear, getting more healthy, getting more in control of our energies. For those of us who really do want to do that, seeing energies for really what they are. And some of them are parasitic in one way or another, and it's about taking control. It's about the energies of the moon and what's going on with that. It's about the portals. We had the new moon one just a couple days ago, very intense new moon. We've had a flip-flopping month of new moon, full moon, new moon, full moon business going on. So today is a full moon day, by the way. Tomorrow is a new moon day, by the way, which is no coincidence, it being the way that I always see it and feel it and hear it from someplace that echoes very, 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 very far away and chimes true through and through. The divine who I work with is Pillar Day. We call it the Pillar Day, the day of the pillars. And I'm still trying to figure out exactly what that means. But that is our 11/11 day. And this is an 11/11/11 day. So it is the triple pillars. And for people who that might resonate with, we may get more information on that, especially tomorrow in that astral that I'm doing. Hopefully, you guys that are subscribed got the notification. I'll be going live at 2 tomorrow. I'm going over this very special tarot and cartomancy and oracle reading I've been working on since the 1st of November. So that is going to be discussed, and promptly by 3:15 we'll be going in and beginning astral. So we will be definitely in at some point in our astral. Sometimes it takes longer to get there, but not usually. I don't know. There is, speaking of time and time warps, when we go into our astral space, we are definitely in a different place in time, and people feel that. Even being in this space, people talk about it. My feeds are usually really long. They don't feel like it at the time, but they are. And definitely in astral, we'll do it'll be pretty consistently about an hour, and it does not feel like that, but they're about an hour. So anyway, we're going to be definitely in astral by 3:33. That was what was the information that was definitely guided to me, that was important, that at that time we are traveling. So I think getting the alarms on to be beginning our astral at 3:15 tomorrow. So hopefully you guys can join me live. If not, you can always do it after. As we know, time isn't totally linear, and we've been in these spaces and places before we are even conscious of it. And this continues to happen. There are groups, I've been told and confirmed on several occasions, that there are definitely people in their own like little clusters, and then in the bigger cluster that are part of these. In there, some people just are beginning to recognize when they're being guided naturally into meditation. Happens to be around the time when we're in meditation, or like what we're doing is coinciding with dreams or things like this, possibly things like that. So yeah, so there's all that. Any questions about any of this stuff? And days, yeah. Well, and then we also had the time change too. So the time change is also really disruptive and gets in our way a bit as well. So as far as days being and feeling shorter, there's literally less light to our day. So you know, at the time of the year where it's just naturally getting darker anyway. So now at this point, once it's 5 o'clock here, it is dark. I don't know if that's how it is where you guys are, but that's how it is here. And within about a month, it'll be like that at 4, which is just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous, I think. So anyway, we could talk more about these things. But the time thing is definitely something of significance, obviously. Like we need to okay. In North Carolina too. Yeah, I figure it's just got to be the way it is everywhere. Just as the day moves forward, it sucks. Days are so short. It's ridiculous. But what was I gonna say? So the message directly from Metatron is basically like, when I talk about prioritizing, because he has and he's talked to me directly about it, and I started working with him about it. Like, what should I do right now? Literally, like, what is my hair doing? Like, seriously. What should I do right now? Because like I said, I have a list that just never ends of the things that I need to get done. And that's just like, a lot of that's just the domestic stuff that needs to happen. If I don't do it, nobody does it. And, I wish I could put Rosie on task, but she doesn't seem to give a shit. It's pathetic. Anyway, none of them. They don't care. None of the children. I don't give a shit. But yeah, his message is basically you need to get really intentional about your time. And I have tried. I've written stuff down, and then it just seems like everything just gets blown out all the time. And it's like, yeah, we still need to be this way about it. And then oddly enough, once we have our lists literally written down and we check in with really what the priorities are, and then we work on what those priorities are, and we stay with that as whatever else is going on, we'll find that we're able to control time more, and it won't feel like it's going by so quickly because we are prioritizing, and it's when we're kind of trying to do everything because time is going by so fast that we get even more out of being able to do the things we want to do, because it's like fragmented time. So it's like, time is just because you're that makes sense. This is the way they showed it to me. I'm talking to me too. Because this message came to me when I was like, time. What am I supposed to do? Like, literally having a fit about it. Like, seriously. And so this is, just so you guys know. So this is something that is kind of being shown to me as something we really can work on as a group, possibly. I definitely, I'm seeing the light, you guys. I feel like it was one of those epiphany moments, and people would be like, so you had this epiphany moment that you need to schedule your day. They're called schedulers, planners, but okay, you guys, seriously, I'm going deeper than that. It's having, again, making your list, all of it, categorizing your lists. And I'll go through this because they showed me the way to do this so we can have more control of our time. But it was having a list of all of it, categorizing that list, prioritizing that list, but not just by yourself, with your guides. And then picking what from that prioritized list you're going to do now or next, and just do that thing. And I've talked about, as I've integrated and been integrating more with my higher self aspects, and I've been doing this and integrating more. There's days that I feel that maybe I'm not in that space, that I do feel like I lose time, because when I am in that, when I do kind of step aside and I hear and I have that energy driving me, and I hope that makes sense what I'm talking about. If not, let me know. We can talk about that more. But she definitely keeps me on task, and not so I'm doing a million things at once, because I'm here, I'm there, I'm trying to get it all done. She's like, no, do this. No, okay. I'm like, you're doing this. What am I? You're doing this. It's just like this constant, like, and it's a breaking of an old way and a making of a new way in a new paradigm of time and figuring this out. And I think this has to do a lot of why we feel, even if we're meditating, or we're eating right, and we're sleeping, we're doing astral, I think for a lot of us, we can have these moments. And what I'm feeling in the collective is these moments of what the fuck is going on? I have no control over my day, just it's flying by. I feel like, and you just have this, and it's like you really need to figure this out right now. This is the time to figure this out right now. So please chime in if this is making sense to you guys. I'm back. Leslie says, hopefully you were able to hear that, because I was dropping some tasty nuggets for Karen says, that's cool because I want to get my creativity started again and I need a schedule to exercise to be creative. Yeah. You know what? It's just, there are so many different visions that I got. Is this light as weird as it feels to me? And it really truly was like, this is one of the largest problems that people are having. And regardless, even if you go to a job, within your job, you're feeling like this. So it's not just those of us who don't have I go to a certain place to get work done and I work for those people, or I don't work for whatever the case may be reason, or you have your own business, or you work for, whatever your deal is, it still feels like that within the structure of your day. Or like I said, you're somebody who sits around just basically wasting time, and then the days probably feel longer to you. Not a judgment, just fact. And I used to take naps and I haven't been lately. That makes so much sense. Yes, glad you're back, honey. I'm back. Yeah, so this is definitely something that I think we will get more information on. But it was very much like, it doesn't have to be this way, and you can approach time management in a spiritual way, and it like that hasn't really been done before, more than you're doing now. And if people did it this way, they would feel a lot more they would feel like they're in a boat on the ocean of time, instead of out of the boat just ragdolling it around the ocean of time. And that makes sense. You can steer this a bit better with what I am envisioning, the way to try to get it working and structured. And I know when I've employed these in just little ways that they've had me do, that when I'm really tuning in and I'm going, okay, now what? Okay, what am I doing? Like, and I slow my roll down. And I go, okay, what's happening right now? Because I can just literally spin. And I know I know I'm not the only one. You're making sense to me, Infiniti. Good. I'm glad, Karen. So it's just, it really is about, it's a different way of time management. It's also, I'm hearing, a great way to very easily work with your guides to really on a constant basis open up your dialogue with them, feel into your intuition, to the little knowings or vibrations that you get. If you're feeling like you may want to start employing the use of a pendulum, this would be a good way to do it. I do that. Sometimes I'm just like, okay, what? It almost feels like the guides are fighting. They're like, somebody's like this, somebody's like that. I'm like, okay, you guys, seriously. Now, I mean, you guys need to just, I'm doing. Like, it almost even feels like that. I'm like, all right, I need to just, I'm hearing so much that I do. Like, I'll use the pendulum sometimes. I'll write things down and I'll put the pendulum above those things so I can really see it, visualize it. So that's a good thing to do too. Not about everything, because you don't want that to be a thing, but about some stuff. And this could be about making your list. You could make your laundry list of all the stuff you need to do, and then help with maybe, extrapolate your priorities, and then use spiritual guidance to help you really prioritize your priorities in your day. So we can get into that more, but I'm really seeing that as a thing. For those who this resonates with, pendulums are really cool. I do make them, but they're not cheap because I just talked about my time. So to make somebody a pendulum, I do spend a decent amount of time, and so you can definitely you can use all sorts of stuff as a pendulum. One of your necklaces, you could use lots of stuff. You can buy a pendulum for cheaper than I make them, but I do make them specifically. I have a conversation with you on the phone about the crystals that I use. I go to the store, I pick them out, I make them, I infuse them with my energy and all that good stuff. It's a crystal that I pick out for you, that I do pick out. So it's totally custom. And I could charge even a lot more than that. Oh, speaking of pendulums, you guys seeing this? Look at that. Now watch that thing go. I barely touched it. This is the one I've talked about that is so sensitive. I barely touch it and it doesn't like stop. It'll just go and go. Look at, like, I barely have to touch them. This is one I made. That's a necklace. But it's really funny with pendulums. They just, or necklaces, whatever they are. When you resonate really, and whatever it is also infused with your energy, it's going to be super high vibrational. So if you get a pendulum from me, it would come with this high vibe energy attached to it, which would help you with your pendulum, with working with it, especially if you're new to working with a pendulum, because it does take a little bit of getting used to, a little bit. Yeah, and it's not even like I could charge more. But anyway, currently I charge, and depending what I use for it, it's between $50 and $75. And like I said, that also includes a phone call to talk and discuss, and for me to tap in with you and your soul tribe about what crystals we should use. So, and I do, like this one has crystals. This is moonstone, actually. This is a moon, it's a faceted quartz crystal, and these are moonstones. So these white stones, it's hard to tell. I think that they're super rainbowy. It's that rainbow moonstone. I always forget what this is called. This is these beads here. See them sparkle? No. If my HD camera is working, you could. Those are man-made, but they're beautiful, and I don't care because they have copper. They have copper in them, like copper specks, and they're just absolutely gorgeous. So I'm like, well, they have organic material, they have crystal material and metal material, which is really bitchin'. But the beads are actually man-made. Anyway, so most pendulums come like this, which is usually a chain. They don't have crystals on them. It may make it at first a little bit more challenging to use because there's more weight. But all your crystals, you have a lot of crystals in there and they all get charged. I made one, had a big old, and I have pictures of it, big, huge, long quartz crystal, black onyx and citrine chain with a moon charm. Absolutely gorgeous. I don't have it. Anyway, so you could use your pendulum for the whole helping you with the schedule thing, but really it's an intuitive and getting in with your spirit guide and really taking control of your time. And like I said, once you get into these spaces where you're really doing in any given moment to the best of your ability what you should be doing, so that'll slow down time for you because you're in the fastest lane. So you're going as far as you can in your time. If you're thinking about it in terms of traveling on the highway, you're in your fastest lane. So you're just, going as far as you can, more distance than you would be in any of these other lanes because you're stopping and going and changing and merging and all this business. Hopefully that makes sense. So we can get into that as well. But seriously, I want you guys, if there's topics you guys want to discuss, I'm going to be putting a page on my website, and my website does have you guys, and it will have at some point today, we've been adding, Leslie's been transcribing the astrals, and I'm putting them on my website so the transcriptions are there. So that's there too. There's going to be another one today, and I know that she's started working on another one. And but if there's topics you guys want to discuss, and I do have a topics page that I need to publish, and it's a long list, but you guys can add to it as well. That's something we can do. And this whole schedule thing, please let me know if you're interested in that, because we do need to take control of our time. This is something that the tribe has told us, or told me today unequivocally. This is a lesson we need to get with, and sooner the better, because it'll really help us in the future. So there's that. So Karen says, I've always believed in pendulums. I just let the man-made world take a hold of me by stressing and watching way too much TV and eating really bad food and drinking too much. Yeah, a lot of people could say that. I mean, aside from, I've never been a drinker, really. I mean, I've had my moments, but all the rest of it, I could totally say I was with you. Watched a ton of television, ate not well, and just really didn't have, I'm like, man, I could take all those hours I did all that nonsense with and just like add it to my days now, it would be awesome because I could use the extra time. Oh well, it is what it is. And Leslie says, "Oh, definitely, same here. The drinking was the main thing that kept me asleep." Karen says, "I thought that too. Yeah, about moving time around." I just sit here and go, "Oh my God, it just makes my head hurt." I'm like, "Oh," but yeah, and you know what's really cool? And I'm getting this vision, like you are gonna have your time for drawing. You are gonna have your time for laundry. You are gonna have your time. We need to have things more structured right now. And the way to do that is to tap in and I can teach you guys how to do it. We could have like little I don't know. I'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Because I'm really feeling this is a big thing, especially going forward, especially through these portals that are coming up. I just see 5111. And that's really exciting to me, like super duper exciting to me, because I know for a fact that uh that I'm not the only one, that it's not just a couple of you guys who feel this way, that there's a lot of people who feel this way. And and it and I'm just getting a lot of visions of it not being difficult, of it being easy, of it serving many purposes for us, just getting more on track with our higher and highest self aspects, our soul tribes, our time, our days, where we're going on our journey and our missions, really feeling into our authenticity and who we are. And a lot of us are seeing the sequential numbers and the number codes, and it's like on a level. We know that a lot of them have meaning, and I mean, they do have meaning in a lot of different ways. But today, with these messages that I got about time specifically, and how we need to control time, and these little beautiful nuggets of information that they gave me, to really make me see and understand, and kind of really string, kind of like the pendulums when I'm making a pendulum and I'm stringing these beads, which is time consuming and not easy. That as you string each of these little crystals on your wire, just one at a time, there is like there's a fluidity to it, but there's also a structure to it. There's something at the end of that, like you're putting it together, just little piece by piece by piece, in a controlled, balanced way. And that's the other thing, is this balance is, a lot of us are not good at it. We just need to really get effing real about it. We're just not. I know I'm not. I've gotten better at it. I've gotten way, way better at at balance, and balancing my energy, and being in control of my energy, and knowing when it's not in balance, and feeling it and putting it back in balance. But there's so many things that feel out of balance and out of control. And a lot of that has to do with time. And for lack of a better word and term, people, I'm going to say it right now, the fucked upness of time, and how that feels on a very real, visceral level consistently. I know I'm not alone in that, because that's the way it feels. And we absolutely have to not feel that. And there are things and structures put into place to make it feel faster, more out of control, more things that need to happen in a shorter amount of time, shorter days. Viscerally, our bodies having a hard time with energies on top of time moving faster. We know time isn't what it used to be, and a day isn't 24 hours anymore. Please understand that, people. It is not. And it's more like 18 to 19 and a half, depending on what's going on. So that's a considerably shorter day, and that is not something that most anybody plans for. But again, you can really start to play with time the way that they're showing it to me. And this ties in with LOA, the law of attraction, universal laws, angel and number codes, and following some structure and pattern as we're being. I don't know if you guys can hear my bird, but as it's coming to us too, there's something about that. And I'm starting to unravel this beauty. Like, I feel you guys seriously. I mean, I'm not one for drama, and when it's like, whoa, listen to me, and I just tell it like it is. I give it to you. It just is what it is, and whatever. However, right now, I feel like the information that I've been given when it comes to this, and I know that more is coming, is like, I really feel like I've been given this gift that I'm just beginning to open up so I can share with you guys, so we can be way more empowered with our energy and our time, which, as far as I know, are the two most important things that we have, is our energy and our time. Where we're vibing with our energy, how balanced our energy is, and what we're doing, and what is happening with our time, and how valuable your time is. When I started working by the minute, trust me, it's a different feel than working by the hour. And when you work by the minute and you go, okay, how many dollars or cents by the minute, and how does that? And so then you spend your minutes doing other things, and you're just like, minutes, you become hyper aware. And this happened to me years ago when I started working by the minute. And even then, you're kind of in and out of two different ways of time, of seeing time. So anyway, please let me know if you guys are interested in more of that, because I certainly am, very much so, because I feel like a lot of questions will be answered with this new kind of formula and way of thinking and doing things. Very exciting. Very exciting. My music went away. I'm going to turn it back on, or I'm actually going to turn on. It is nearly, you love beasts, you listening to me for almost an hour. It is nearly 1:11. There it is, 1:11 on the 10th. If you guys can see that. There you go. I have 100% battery, 1:11 on the 10th. There we go. Speaking of numbers and time, the pillars of creation, something I keep feeling and seeing about with the 1111s and the ones. over and over again, you guys. Figuring stuff out as I go along. You know, I can keep all this stuff to myself and go be quiet for the next 10 years and come out with all this stuff that I know, but how much fun would that be? Let's all just learn together. It's the way I see it. Seriously. Who's ready to travel? My stomach is growling, so I'm going to pound my smoothie that I never drank. That's another thing I couldn't manage with time today, was to actually like drink the smoothie. Okay, do me a favor, you guys. We are going to get me. Let me get headphones and be. I do have to take care of a couple items of business myself, my dears, before we get into our position for astral. Like, take off my boots. Also go potty, finish my your numbers are killing me right now. Finish my smoothie. Oh my God. It is really ridiculous living in a trailer when it's cold, you guys, because the floor is freezing. So cold. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, toes be freezing. Oh, yeah. Hot water. If you want something to feel grateful for, people, consider indoor plumbing and water heaters. The basics. Sometimes, you know, you just really need to remind yourself of the basics, the luxuries, the simple luxuries. A toilet that flushes your poopies and peepees away. It's magic. Come on now. Ever show a toddler their first flush of a toilet? And then they want to put everything in the toilet. Seriously, it's cold in here. I think I gotta turn that oven back on. All right, lovelies. Did I finish one? I'm gonna sit in the sun. Oh my goodness. If you guys can sit in the sun, do it. You guys can nap in the sun, do it. If you guys can lay in the sun naked, do it. Seriously. All right, do me a favor, everybody. Do some stretching. Twist, if you can, from your core, your center. Oh my gosh. That same thing applies. Energies being transmuted, coming up for releasement, and getting stuck and trapped possibly in your larger joints, shoulders, hips, neck, knees, and hands would be the top of what would be affected. So if you guys are feeling that, you want to, if you could do yoga, that would be fantastic. At least do some stretching, open up and get these big joints moving and help the energy loosen up, easier for transmutation. Okay, so shoulders back, you guys. Chin up, get seated, nice and firm. Again, for those of you who have not done this before, and a reminder to those of you who have, you don't have to stay still in these meditations. You may get very warm, itchy. You may need to take off some clothes. You just get very energetically moved around. And so with that said, you don't have, you can, you know, scratch and move, and I do. So I would suggest keep your eyes closed. And instead of bailing, if you do get energy moving, and if you're not used to that, just stick with it. Just feel into it. Breathe. So for right now, take a couple nice, deep, long, soothing breaths on your own. I'm feeling like there is definitely somebody in the crowd here that has something going on with feeling a lower back thing. I am a psychic physical empath, so I do feel what other people feel. And as I tap into the space and the people present, I'm feeling somebody has pain going on in their lower back or their hip area. So we're just going to take a moment here. This could very well be, especially the left hip. This could be energies that are kind of sitting in there that need to come out. So just breathe into that. So just feeling into that energy, just getting that to loosen up, be less painful, transmute. So just give me a moment here, you guys. Okay, so I'm hoping that if anybody was feeling that, they're feeling a little bit better now. I am. So we'll continue. So a few deep breaths, everybody. Start feeling your energy. Move out from your center, from your solar plexus out, and just feel it radiate out. Feel it outside of your skin and your body about an inch or two. Feel it everywhere, your chest, your neck, your face, your scalp, back of your neck, your shoulders, your back, your hips, your butt, your legs, feet, everything. Just light yourself up from the center and just feel it pulsating out, the energy. If you are lucky enough to be in the sun, please feel charged by that. And if you're not, please feel the light of the sun of those of us who do have it on us now. Please know that you are with me in my divine sacred space. This space is heavily guarded and guided by the divine, and we send all of your and mine and our angelics in and through to you and your space wherever you may be. If you are with me now in this divine moment or sometime in the future, please know and feel your most beloved angelics, your guides, whether you are aware of them or not. Trust me, they are aware of you and are with you all the time. Feel them come in, if you will, please. The air, the energy around you softening up, but at the same time getting a little bit more dense in a good way with their energy. So you can feel that as they permeate with yours and in your space, helping negative energies that may be loose upon you or in your space. Feel them and their love and their light shining around you as though you are in the center of a big group hug. We love you, they say. Feel that. We are here with you and we support you so very much. Feel their divine light all around you, family. Feel as though you are in the center of a beautiful candle and you are the flame and they are all around you, giving your flame energy, and you light up burning off anything that may have been sitting around dusty as soon as you light up, sparking to life. And as the flame, you are free to move. And feel that. Feel the heat rising off of you. You are fire. Feel the fire inside. It comes from down low and rises up. Up, up, up. And imagine your spirit tribe all around you, witnessing your spark, your fire, your glow, your heat, your energy, your flow, your movement, your smoke, your scent. And in awe of all of it, and feel that rising up all of your chakras with that intensity. The root, sacral, solar, heart, throat, third eye, crown. Nice deep breath. At the same time, family, spark up and from the center, light up the infinity symbol. Just like an accordion, straight out of the center, up and down, nice and big. Again, picture it as we have before. Lit up and neon, but also crystalline, faceted, your infinity symbol having these little windows in time. This and other incarnations. Your soul's book of life. Your infinity. Feel how close that is. Feel into how day by day you get closer and closer. More remembrances. More understandings. More dots connected. More space in your heart. Less density. More light coming in. More love. Closer and closer. This is why your entire tribe can stand around and wonder at everything you do. Seeing how we develop at this time is extraordinarily exciting. Feel it from your own soul's highest perspective. Every day you are getting closer and closer. More and more. Now, family. Think of our beautiful meadow. And think of that meadow in that higher space and place upon Gaia. The massive trees, all who's present, the fae, the dragons, the angelics, each other, those of us who have not yet arrived, but we feel them. Acknowledge them, family, please. And imagine this beautiful meadow and all of us. I'm being shown a nice big fire in the center. Imagine your candle flame now part of that fire. Imagine sitting in the place that you began to make yesterday. Hopefully you were here. Hopefully, if not, you were able to do and be in that space and feel into it. It was claiming a piece of the meadow to sit for our 1111 astral in the meadow. All of us making your space there. And this fire is in the center. And imagine yourself part of that beautiful fire. And imagine yourself witnessing the fire from that place in this beautiful space that you're anchored to, and you're growing your energy there. See how doing these things makes it all so vivid each and every time. And know and recognize there are times and places in your sleep and dream state where you do come here. Take in the different details. Please look around the massive trees. The kind of massive trees that make the sequoias look like twigs. That kind of massive. The ones where people are starting to recognize now what they think are mountains are actually stumps of these beautiful massive trees from long ago. These are the types of massive trees that are upon Gaia in this space. And when she spoke of them before, saying that they will return again. And we are beginning to anchor in that energy now. Picture this. Kind of massive trees that massive dragons could land on their massive branches. So big. And of course, trees of smaller sizes. Breathe into it, anchor into this space. Take a look around. Take note of what's being shown to you, family. Hello, beautiful family. This is Gaia. I hope that you are beginning to see and understand more and more of what it is that I have meant by the trees so large here and what is to come again. I know for some of you, this is a new concept, and maybe you are feeling and seeing what I am showing you now. What it feels like to be with your feet firmly on the ground, next to a beautiful tree so large. And what it might look like and feel like to be in different spaces within the tree, upon the tree, and at the top of the tree. From the ground, you cannot see the top of the tree. And from the top of the tree, you cannot see the ground. And it would take you quite some time to walk all the way around the tree. These trees will live again, as I've said. Please feel that family. Know it. And if you want to be a part of that reality, that place and space in time, make it so now and be there then. You are a part of me and I am a part of you, truly as family, truly as mother, child, you and your brothers and sisters. Always welcome home. My home is your home. My body, your body is welcome in any shape and form you choose to be upon me in any space and time. And in the different ways and dimensions, forms, frequencies, and energies, I welcome you as I welcome a new place and space and time as we grow closer, family. Oh, I feel so much excitement for these days. Please understand, family, there are a lot of ways that a lot of those upon me try and do put fear into you. However, family, please know where we are headed, where we are going, where I am taking all of you. Feel in and know there will be so much more love felt than ever before. Rejoice in that, family. Please know it is true. This is why they fight so hard. There is nothing they can do, however. Nothing. As I have said before, we are heading to a new time, a new place within all of your hearts. Ready, wanting, welcoming. Imagine our big meadow, family, the fire, the connections. More and more of you coming together, uniting, family. Like I've told you, as this happens, love, higher frequency within you. Because you have higher capacity, because you are uniting with the vibrations of your family, the love you feel exponentially stronger than before, than you will. Now, think of that over more and more and more people, your brothers and sisters, those who are aware. And then, as I've said before, the others as well. And as you make time to create, this is a priority. This is your love. Even more so, family. This is why this is so important. We say again, the key is to create. Be excited, dear ones. Let the loose, the dirty go. Drop all that is not needed anymore. And welcome in love like you've never felt before. Upon the whole, upon yourselves. Envision it. We have been placing and infusing all of us for a long time now. You, me, all of us here in this space, you in your astral, before you knew of this space, from long ago, infusing the violet light, the rainbow light. We are bridging the pillars of creation now. This is what this one was discussing, not knowing. A light, a time, a place like never before. Prepare. Open your hearts. Please, dear ones, be excited. More will come to light. More will be present for those who are ready. Decide. Be with us in the love that is rising. Please have faith. Divine order, your divine missions. A beautiful time indeed. Please stay out of fear. Claim your space. Take control. Clear your body and your mind. And welcome in what is to come. And be ready for the moons and who comes with them. I love you, family. Hey guys, it's Infiniti. Wow. Okay, so please feel into what Mother Gaia was talking about and that energy. See how you feel about all that. Feel the real warm, tingly heart chakra energy. Just breathe into that, you guys. Just accept and release. I know for a lot of people that's really emotional what was said or made you emotional. That's really good. So just breathe into that. Don't tighten up. Remember what she said. Anchor in this space. Family, this is Jesus, and I have a short message for you. Hello, brothers, sisters. I love you. Please continue to welcome me into your space, this space that you claimed, and your space there. Feel me in with that heat in your heart, and also remember, like we told you yesterday, and hopefully you felt Raphael, my beautiful brother, the archangel of healing, unconditional love, being with you as you sleep each night, clearing the way for me to be with you, you to feel me. Him healing you, lifting you up. Please remember, as Mother Gaia said, this is a very beautiful time of love and unity on a level that has not been seen like this before. Very, very beautiful time. So beautiful. Stay in a heart open space. Invite us in. We love you. I love you. Thank you. I will sit with you while you paint. I do. I am with you while you bake. I love inspiring you. And yes, while you make music, of course. I am with all of you, always. Invite me and you will feel me, but I am there. So many of us are. And yes, in the car with you while you sing. Please keep your eyes open. It is important. I love you all. Okay, family. Thank you for talking with Jesus. I could do that a lot. Okay, please, if you will, please make your way into your space that you've claimed and are building in the meadow for this beautiful time that we will be having tomorrow, and spend time there again. Just a little bit we're going to spend again. You can be sitting in this space, invite Jesus in, draw your space in that space, and again translate it out into your wake state at some point. And family, we have a message I believe heard before, but again, reiterated for today. Please, family, you can observe the sunset. You can take pictures. Look for dragons. Angels, and any others. Jesus as well. Okay, family, please make your way back into your space. Slowly, as you still envision Gaia, your space, permeating out, satellite out, envision Gaia all the way out and around. Beautiful violet light that we've been working on and infusing for so long. The rainbow light. And what that means. Feel it all around Gaia. Feel it around your own city and town, where you drive, where you walk, where you live, the places, the buildings you go into, the roads. Look everywhere, envision it everywhere. And please remember the messages of today. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you can join me tomorrow. Happy 11:10 and 11:11 Eve. I love you so much. Please join me in chat if you feel ready. Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry, Kitty. That's great. Kevin. Kevin says, awesome. Leslie says, that felt really nice. I felt Jesus before he came in. It was awesome. Yeah, he likes that. He comes in for a good bit before he speaks. Sometimes I'm like, are you talking? Are you going to be quiet? Am I talking for you? What exactly is happening? He's like, I'm just, getting in the space with people. I'm like, all right. And I know that happens. It's so funny. I love it. I fell asleep before you started, but I feel great. Oh, good. You should do it though. It's a good one for sure. She goes, so Leslie says, I felt Jesus before he spoke. Always feel him in my hands more and more. Goodness, so happy. Big old smile. Anybody else still with me? That one was not an easy one to come out of. Not even for me. I was getting information still coming at me. I felt like he was like, oh yeah, he was like talking to people. People were talking. He just he was gonna leave, and then he's like, wait a second, I'll stay for a minute. I'll respond. So he did that. So I'm wondering if anybody had if those, whatever he was talking, what was that? Oh, he's talking about when he was with people. Oh, painting, making music, cooking. I remember there was a few things. I opened my eyes when he started. That's awesome. I think I'm hearing him say right now that we'll schedule a time, we'll schedule a day where we'll do an astral channeling. I'm not sure when. Oh my gosh, it makes me really jittery and excited and a little teary. He says that we'll schedule a time when we'll do an astral and he'll just come in and you guys can talk to him. So whatever that means. We'll do a channeling astral. He says, well, yay, I know, that's exciting. So we'll see when that comes up. I don't know when. Oh, and then tonight, 7 p.m. Pacific, we're going to do an art night. Oracle and art night tonight at 7 p.m. Okay, wait, scratch that. 7:33, I guess. 7:33. Yeah, because that's not too far away from right now. So, and it's last minute, but I was getting that information there at the end. I was listening at the beginning of the astral. I will email you the details, but I will do this meditation and rewatch you later tonight. Okay. When we first begin, when the angels come in, I get the biggest freaking smile. Oh, you're so cute. Like you can feel their energy and then is that what you mean? I gotta add this stuff to comments. Yeah, this is what I'm saying, people. You guys say the coolest stuff in here, and then it's like crickets in the comments. I'm like, hey, seriously. Killing me, people. Yeah, you can feel them, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, maybe you guys could, once things kind of calm down for you, Karen, maybe you guys could do it together. This might be a really good one for him to do. It's a really, really uplifting, powerful, I mean, they all are, but right. But specifically this one, I believe Gaia gets very specific about things, right, guys? Yeah. You're so funny. So I don't know if that, or you can just, have him listen, just put it on, have him listen. He doesn't have to actually do it. He can just lay there, like there's no pressure, but the messages are awesome. If he wants, you can, now that a few of the astrals from, when did you start those? When's the first one? The first or the 31st? Now I'm confused. But anyway, on my website, there's ones there's transcription. So if he wants to just read the messages, Leslie's been transcribing them. And the videos are also in with the transcriptions in the blog. So you can press play and then read along with it, or just read it, or whatever. So maybe that would help him feel better. You're so funny, Leslie. She should transcribe these, and I can't even type. Kevin says, thank you so much, with purple and aqua and green hearts. Leslie says, sending so much love and light to you and him, Karen. Thanks and love to you, Infiniti and Leslie. Of course, definitely. So, maybe that it might work out. You have to, I know you're disappointed. Whatever happened isn't great, but it may be okay. And so it may work out. Just, have him check that stuff out. This may be, the perfect space and time that he needed. I don't know. But today's astral, and what she talked about, and feels like a lot, but it was very uplifting. And before we go, family, because we're already past 2 freaking hours, believe it or not, I was told there at the very end we're going to do a Dragon Fate Oracle. And then we're going to say bye-bye. And then we're going to come back tonight for Art Night and Oracle. 7:33. Whoa. 7:33 p.m. Pacific. So hopefully you guys can join me for that. I'm going to clear these cards. And this art night is going to be about your space and what Gaia has talked about it being like the place that you claim in the meadow, you know, like, and the way that that's shown to me is like there's a thing going on in a clearing kind of thing, and you get a space. It's not massive, so it's not like, you know, but it's a decent size. You can put out a blanket and you know, build your own little like space and have a chair. And like, this is like the way that it was shown to me. Everybody's kind of anchoring in that space. And from that space, you're thinking about and you're drawing that other space in that realm where you were the flower, and the crystal was, if you did these meditations, and the crystal was, you're also inside the crystal, and that came up in underneath, and all of those spaces, like what that space might look like. So, and to draw it. So that's what we're going to be doing tonight. And however, you know, it can be abstract. It doesn't have to be like any kind of perfection or whatever, just that it's representative to that space for you. It's just another way to anchor in that space. And remember, in that space, we have the massive trees, you know, so think about that. Okay, we're going to and tonight to watch sunset if you can, if it's still time and the sun is still up, it's in some way for you to witness the sunset. You're so sweet. Karen says, I'm sure this was again an uplifting astral. It was. Sorry, this is taking so long. I don't know why. I can't stop. Okay. My papers are in my way. That's lovely. Oh my God. This one actually flipped over at the very beginning. I barely took it out of the box. I don't even know if that showed up on camera. It flipped over. I was like, oh no, we're not ready. Apparently, yes, we are. So here we are. This is Lady Tatiana. Be joyful. Look at that. So adorable. So adorable. Did I put the book away? I think I did. I did. 22202. Let's read about card number 5. Lady Tatiana. Oh, look at that light coming through. They're so pretty. Be joyful. Celebrate yourself. There is no true happiness without joy in being who you are. Over this next moon cycle, the forthcoming 28 and a half days, many opportunities will come to you to play, revel, dance, and explore the moonlit and joyful part of yourself that has been truly that has been truly too long neglected. It is time to come forth from the place where you have been taking shelter and quiet time and partake of the joy of good, sweet company. Know that everyone, including the beings of the Dragon Fae, is delighted and happy to know of your ability to delight in your own self. Celebrate, and we celebrate with you. Hail, joyful kindred spirit, and be welcome to the feast. About Tatiana. Fairy Queen Tatiana's name means literally daughter of the Titans. The Titans were the elder gods who were the children of heaven and earth and sprang from chaos, along with the Dragon Fae, who were also born of the divine. They include Saturn, Rhea, Oceanus, Hyperion, and others. In Ovid's Metamorphosis, Tatiana is another name for Diana, as well as other goddesses of the night, queens of the shadowy world, ruling over its mystic elements and powers. So there is no separation. The Titans are the goddesses are the Dragon Fae. Like Isis, who personified the feminine, generative principle of universal nature, Diana and the others are all nature goddesses. So rather than being a diminutive creature of delicacy and daintiness, Tatiana is tall, very powerful, and very strong. She is of the elfin race where the height and the features are very pronounced, with enough dragon fae blood in her veins to ensure she is a creature who can fly and endure for many millennia. She's one of the oldest ones still with us, and yet her path for this time and for you is to help to celebrate with others the joy of being alive. Just as you are feeling old, despairing, and fatigued, she will sweep you up in her strong arms, show you the treasures of your life, and lay out a feast for you to partake in with others of your kind. Because being lonely and isolated is no longer an option for you. Divinatory meanings. Bringing people together in life-changing, sacred, and meaningful gatherings, mothering others joyously, being greater than you appear to be, understanding the need for joy and happiness, and gatherings that delight in the company of soulmates. Family agreements and pacts that are reinforced through celebration, coming together in community with friends, finding your soul family, being protected and nurtured by friends and soul family, working with Tatiana, connecting with others at gatherings, even if they are very small. Consider hosting gatherings of like-minded souls. Be prepared to balance your inner extrovert and introvert. Understand the need for family and for you to nurture those connections. Very, very deep connections with others can still be playful. Damn straight, family! Sing it, sisters and brothers! Yeah, yeah, yeah! Be joyful, bitches, because why not? Yes? Well, no wonder why she wanted to come out so badly. She's like, yeah, I'm here. I'm like, not you. You didn't want to come out. She's like, yes, I did. I most certainly did. Be joyful. Be happy. This could it be more in alignment with the messages that we just got and how that all is and feels. Soul family coming together joyfully, preparing celebrations, important events. I can't with it already at 2:27:07. Seriously, right now. Oh, my life. It's just too much. Hmm? Are you gonna get up today, or are you just gonna go off every time a siren goes? I have a kitty. Look at the loves right here. I got this 2:27. Hey, you. Hi. Do you want to get up today? Hello? You've been in there all day. Yes, you have. Yes, you have, you lazy bird. All day. 5 a.m. snuggles does not count. He's like, we snuggled this morning. I'm like, that really doesn't count. Say hi. No, you. Stop. I move this. Where are you going? What's your problem? Oh, now you need to leave. Okay, see ya. He's like, I'm warm. I'm like, all right. He's like, I don't want to be held. Okay, fine. That'd be great if all your little irritations could just fall. There it goes. No, huh? You can't. Anyway, that's what I'm told. All right, loves. You guys are amazing. Sorry, Kitty. Thank you for doing that, Astral, being here, listening to the messages. I will be back in a few hours. We're going to do Art Night and Oracle. Not exactly sure what that means, but we will find out. I do know, a little bit of what that means, but we'll find out. I love you. Thank you. Don't forget to comment, please. I appreciate your comments. And your comment, I swear, I will respond to your comment, Karen. I'm going to eat a real meal, though, I think now. You guys are amazing. I love you. Don't forget the keys to create infinite love, light, and blessings. And I love you already, baby. I'll see ya.